Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're demystifying budgeting. We're going to take it from feeling like this restrictive, awful punishment and turn it into your ultimate empowering tool. If you've ever felt like your money is just bossing you around instead of the other way around, yeah, you're in exactly the right place. We're breaking down the exact step-by-step blueprint to taking command of your finances, zero stress, and absolutely no shame involved. Let's get into it.
Here's our roadmap for today. First, why most budgets fail. Second, finding your real income. Third, the three-bucket system. Fourth, paying yourself first. And finally, review, adjust, and repeat.
Okay, we have all felt it. You know that sinking feeling when you check your bank account like 3 days after payday? You stare at the screen and just think, wait, where did it all go? You had real plans. You were going to save, you were going to pay off that credit card, but between the takeout, the random online orders, and those sneaky subscriptions you totally forgot about, the money just vanished. It's incredibly frustrating. But listen to me. It is not because you don't earn enough. It's simply because nobody ever taught you how to tell your money where to go before it disappears.
So part 1, why most budgets fail.
Take a look at the contrast here between Tanya's perfectionist mindset and Derek's action-oriented approach. Tanya tells herself she's just bad with money, literally treating it like it's a permanent personality trait. She keeps waiting for a perfect, calm week to sit down and make her plan. But let's be honest, real life never politely clears the room for you, right? Derek, on the other hand, changed his identity. He stopped saying he was broke and started saying, I'm learning. He sat down at his kitchen table on a messy, stressful week and started writing his numbers down anyway. Building financial breathing room requires action, not perfection.
Most beginner budgets completely collapse because they expect, well, monk-like discipline. They rely on this myth of the average month. Newsflash, there is no such thing as an average month. There's always going to be a forgotten birthday, a weird noise in your car engine, or a surprise dental bill. Plus, going from spending whatever you want to cutting all fun overnight, that's psychologically identical to going on a strict diet of nothing but boiled chicken and rice. You will inevitably crack, which leads directly to some major backlash spending.
Listen, a budget isn't a pass or fail exam where you flunk the minute you overspend on groceries. It's simply a tool, and tools don't judge you if you use them imperfectly. They just help you do the job. A really good budget is just one you keep coming back to, even after you mess up. You've got to drop the belief that you must be flawless to be financially stable.
Moving right along to part 2, finding your real income.
Think about it. You can't plan a road trip without knowing how much gas is actually in the tank. So you must build your budget on your actual take-home net pay, not your gross salary. So many of us build our plans on the gross pay, that big, shiny, exciting number you saw in your job offer. But you can't budget with money you don't actually possess. You have to look at your bank statements and use the final actual cash number that lands in your account after all the taxes, insurance, and retirement contributions are pulled out.
Now, if you're a freelancer or you work hourly, you need to plan around your worst month. Do not calculate an average, and definitely do not budget based on your best month. If you plan for an amazing month and then you hit a slow one, you are instantly in a crisis. But if you plan your life around your absolute lowest recent income, well, any extra money that comes in gives you incredible options. You instantly switch from panic mode to surplus mode.
All right, part 3, the three-bucket system. The ultimate goal here is to give every single dollar a job before you spend it. This transforms you from constantly reacting to your expenses to commanding them. We start with your real take-home pay. Then, you subtract all your fixed, non-negotiable bills. We're talking rent, your car payment, your internet bill. These are the bills that hit your account whether you like it or not. Whatever is left over after that, that's your flexible money. And honestly, that is where the magic happens.
You've probably heard of the 50-30-20 rule, right? The one that assumes 50% covers your needs. But let's be real. If you live in a city like New York or London, rent alone might eat up 60% of your take-home pay. So, throw out those rigid percentages. Instead, allocate your money into 3 highly customizable buckets that conform exactly to your unique living situation. We've got fixed essentials, which you can't easily change, variable living for your day-to-day choices, and the future you for savings and debt payoff.
I need you to hear this. Fun is absolutely allowed in your budget. A plan with zero breathing room just feels like a prison sentence. Now, this variable living bucket is where most of us kind of lie to ourselves, but it's also where you hold the most power. This bucket holds your takeout, your concert tickets, your $5 lattes. For the first 30 days,
Don't even try to cut back here. Just track it. Look at the data with curiosity, not judgment. Remember, you can't change what you refuse to measure.
Which brings us to part 4, pay yourself first. Most people try to pay their bills, spend on everything else, and then sort of cross their fingers hoping there's a little money left over at the end of the month to save. Spoiler alert, the end of the month always eats it. Money sitting in your checking account just starts looking like available money, so we're flipping the script. By fully automating your savings, the literal second you get paid, you take willpower out of the equation completely. Set up an automatic transfer the day after you get paid. Out of sight, out of mind. And hey, your first goal for an emergency fund? It shouldn't be $10,000. Aim for just $500. Don't intimidate yourself with these massive savings targets right out of the gate. You got to start small, even if it's just moving $25 a paycheck. Small savings done every single payday will completely crush big savings that you only imagine doing. You need that immediate psychological win to prove to your brain that you are officially the kind of person who saves.
Finally, part 5. Review, adjust, and repeat.
Look, no budget survives real life unchanged. Adjusting your draft every month for unexpected medical bills or car maintenance, that's not a failure. That's the exact way people actually win with money. When you review your numbers, you really need to watch out for mosquitoes. These aren't the massive purchases. They're the tiny, quiet, $5 delivery fees and convenience store snacks that just swarm your account and drain it dry. Prepare for those predictable yearly costs by saving just a tiny bit each month, and honestly, a good budget is supposed to be boring. Society tells us money should be flashy, but a great financial plan should run quietly in the background, giving you absolute peace instead of constant panic.
It's so easy to just watch 10 more explainer videos or download 3 new budgeting apps and feel, productive. But that's really just procrastination in disguise. All of this financial knowledge is completely useless if you just consume it. The gap isn't always between being broke and being educated, it's almost always the gap between what you know and what you actually do. You have to start today, even if it means simply canceling one single subscription or packing one lunch.
So take control of your money right now. Pick just one simple action from this explainer. Automate that tiny starter transfer to your savings today. Check your actual bank balance. Pick just one thing. Because if you don't decide where your money goes right now, whose dreams are you accidentally funding instead? So I'll leave you with this. What small money habit are you going to change today?